Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Just gone past midday, coming up to 12:30 in fact. Non-farm payroll day, of course, is going to be the focus. I wouldn't really be looking to trade from now until just over an hour's time. The expected number to come in at plus 1.48 million, but the general consensus around things is that expectation is probably a little bit too high, and people are already starting to talk about how August is more important. So it could well be it's a bit of a non-event, and it also could be that actually a bad number is then seen as positive, as it could increase the chances of further fiscal and monetary stimulus. We'll wait and see for that. Of course, the dollar against the euro, or euro against the dollar, whichever way you want to look at it, is near that key line in the sand that has been important all week. 118 handle, if you want to call it that, and change both directions. Going to be key. Above or below there for the week will be certainly interesting, worth keeping an eye on. The S&P has just drifted down a bit in early trade, but found support on some of those highs from yesterday. The way we would look at this, of course, is really at the end of the week for across these markets, and the S&P has had a good one so far. You can see extending above last week's high, and also the high that we had on the 20th of July that week. We've filled the coronavirus gap as well. You can see overnight that turned into today's low as well. So good move so far for stocks. Do we finish above or below? Yes, it will be significant. You can see the moves certainly over the last few trading sessions just gradually be getting higher with pullbacks. These lows are getting higher. It might be that we finish more aggressively to the downside, a break of maybe a trend like that, and people start panicking a bit. But just bear in mind that a bad number today could well be seen as positive in weeks to come. Gold is a market where yesterday came under a bit of pressure into sort of mid part of the day before rising in Asia. That has come lower a bit. We are seeing a tiny bit of dollar strength. However, this market is still going to be in conditions to keep pushing on, you would imagine, unless we're to see a really strong number, which Donald Trump did say is likely to happen. So that's always something just to keep warning on. Elsewhere, let's have a look at the pound, because of course that had been pushing on, and this weekly trend line, I'm really interested to see what happens here. Are we going to finish the week positive or negative for the pound? Are we going to finish above this trend line? At the moment it looks like another rejection. That would be bearish, and I could see 128 coming in the next sort of couple of days if we finish a tiny bit lower. So really keen to see what happens there. The Aussie on the week, you can see, has been pushing higher, much like the sort of the S&P, following that positive correlation that we have seen. This is a key zone. Do we finish above there? Do we finish above last week's high? At the moment, for the dollar pairs, you can see for the euro we're not, for the pound we're not, for the Aussie we're currently not. Is there dollar strength to come? It's set up quite nicely. Non-farm payrolls, we're going live here at Amplify at 1:30, so please do join us. Should be an interesting one as ever, witnessing history with some of these numbers. But people already talking about August, so just bear that in mind.